Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are enjoying at your places. I am Rupali Sharma from Vishisht Public School. So, in previous lecture, I had told you what an article is and how to write article. So, while writing an article, 3 steps are followed. One is for introduction, second is for the detailed explanation, and third is the conclusion. So today we'll do one question related to article. Write an article in about 100 to 150 words on river pollution. You are Ankit/Ankita. So in this question, heading is given to us and the name of the writer is also given to us. The heading is river pollution, and in second line, that is called the byline, we'll write the name of the writer. So let us start with the introduction first. Rivers are the biggest source of fresh water, means we get a lot of fresh water from rivers, because when the ice melts, the water meets in the rivers. The water which comes from the mountains after the melting of the ice, the water directly comes downwards and it meets into the rivers. So we can say that it is the fresh water, and the rivers are the biggest source of this fresh water. They are therefore our lifeline for survival. And so the rivers are the lifeline, the rivers are our lifelines. It is really sad to see that most of our rivers are increasingly being polluted. But it is very sad to say that the rivers are being contaminated by the human itself for its own use because of our negligence and irresponsibility. One point is that the human being is neglecting the rivers. It is the negligence of human beings, and secondly, the human is irresponsible creature. Untreated sewage and waste from the industries are continuously dumped into the rivers. The untreated sewage and the waste of the industries is thrown into the rivers. Religious ceremonies are also responsible for river pollution. And after the religious ceremonies, we people throw all the waste in the rivers. All the waste कैसे होता है? जैसे हवन करवाते हैं लोग, दैट कम्स अंडर रिलीजियस सेरेमनी. लेकिन उसके बाद करते क्या है, जो उसकी ऐश होती है दैट इज थ्रोन इनटू द वाटर, एंड इट मीन्स दैट द ह्यूमन इज इररिस्पॉन्सिबल एंड थ्रोज द थिंग्स इनटू द रिवर. Then religious ceremonies are also responsible for river pollution. It is clear to you that how the religious ceremonies are responsible for river pollution. Immersion of idols, disposal of garlands. Immersion of idols कैसे होता है? अब गणेश पूजा की जाती है, उसके बाद गणेश विसर्जन किया जाता है, ठीक है. अदरवाइज it was done in South, but even in these days the people living in North India are also following the same tradition. They also keep Ganesh ji in their homes for 7 or 8 days, and then the idol of Ganesh ji is immersed in water, and that leads to water pollution. Disposal of garlands. Garlands क्या होते हैं? हार होते हैं. एंड फ्लावर्स, जो भी मूर्तियों पे हार चढ़ाए जाते हैं, फ्लावर्स चढ़ाए जाते हैं, ऑल दोज आर थ्रोन इनटू द वाटर एंड इट एंड्स अप पॉल्यूटिंग द वाटर. Similarly, ashes after cremation are also poured into rivers. So let us take the example of Hinduism, that it is thought that the ashes which remain after the cremation of a person are to be thrown into the holy water of river Ganges. So it also contaminates water. An uncontrolled disposal of urban waste into the water bodies, open dumps and poorly designed landfills cause surface water and groundwater contamination. Industrial waste containing heavy metals such as mercury, chromium, lead and arsenic can destroy marine life. Marine life is the sea life, means the creatures which live in sea water. तो जब इंडस्ट्रियल वेस्ट सीधा फेंका जाता है रिवर्स में एंड द रिवर्स then meets the sea, the river water joins the sea water, then what happens that the industrial waste contains mercury, chromium, lead, arsenic, means such chemicals, such heavy metals, and it destroys the marine life in rivers and seas. River pollution can pose a serious, so it is the conclusion that river pollution can pose a serious threat to both the environment and human health. So we can say that river pollution is harmful for both the environment and human beings. Continuous river pollution can disrupt the ecological balance and lead to the loss of biodiversity. So, continuous river pollution can be harmful for the human beings, the animal beings, and the other creatures with whom we share the earth and environment. Rising pollution is thus a critical problem and the government must implement necessary steps to mitigate it. So, the pollution which is rising, it is a very critical problem these days and the government must take some serious steps to abolish this. Students, I have done this question, I have explained to you and I will send a question to you for homework also. Thank you. Have a nice day.